have it for you in just a bit. Wildcats and Rice Lake Warriors underway here. Girls Big Rivers Basketball Conference matchup tonight. We're just underway, and I'll update the clock and the score for you. Wildcats come into tonight 8-4, and the Rice Lake Warriors are 10-2, ranked third in the state in D3, and they're going to get a little chilly. Eva Engelbert with a travel and a turnover. 0-0 is your score. We're working on getting the scoreboard up. And we'll kind of do that maybe at a timeout. We'll work on it. Rice Lake, Harper Schomer with the ball. She's a junior, and they're going to call a foul on the floor by the Wildcats. That foul was on Haley Quinn. That's her first and team first. So right now, sorry for the lack of scoreboard, but it's 0-0, 17-28 remaining in the first half. There's a nice pass inside from number 12, Abby Dobermeyer, to I think number 11, Harper Schomer. Warriors up 2-0. Engelbert drives in, left hand up, no good. Abigail Treichel with the offensive rebound. She bumps Shepley, passes it back out to Haley Quinn, no good. You got the two of the top rebounders in girls high school basketball in the state going at it tonight. And let's see, number 14, Addison Schmidt, and number 12, Addie Shepley. There's Addie Shepley, number 10, left hand. She's fouled. She'll go to the line for 2 shots. Shepley averaging close to 29 points a game on the season, and she is headed to the University of Wisconsin to play for the Badgers next year. She's one of the top players in the state. 16:45 left in the first half, and the Warriors are up 3-0 after, I did the broadcaster jinx on accident, Tim.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll take that on.
Yeah, alongside Tim Schaefer on camera. Bridget Schaefer's here working on the scoreboard. She is not wearing a mic, but she we'll get that thing going at halftime. We had some rough internet. Shepley hits the second one, but we're going off of our phone here. Ryland sticked with the ball. Warriors playing man-to-man. Shepley and Haley Quinn going at it. Mano y mano. That's going to be a great matchup. Ryland sticked. Didn't get that one to go. Kylie Schaefer got the start tonight. She's on the court. Nice defense by Quinn. And good rebound by Ryland Sticked. So starters for your Wildcats tonight: Ryland Sticked, Eva Engelbert, Haley Quinn, Abigail Shepley, and Kylie Schaefer. Nice pass from Schaefer inside to Treichel, blocked. By Addison Schmidt, but she fouls Treichel. Treichel will go to the line for 2 shots. Treichel misses the first one. Yeah, Bridget will get that. It's not popping up on here, and I'm not sure why, but I think maybe try to go out again and go back in. That might work. And you know what I think? I think Treichel hits the second one. I think it's not. We'd have to shut down the broadcast to bring it back on, so just don't worry about it. 3-1 your score. Shepley with the ball inside to Schmidt. Back out, a wide open 3 by Harper. Schomer knocks that one down, and the Warriors are up 6-1. Early 5-point lead for head coach Darla Olson and the Warriors. Darla Olson's been a longtime coach here in Rice Lake. Treichel's fouled again down low. She'll go to the line for 2 shots. That foul was on Warriors number 12, Abby Doberreiner. Her first and team second. Yeah, Darla Olson, Tim had 2 daughters that played here at Rice Lake, and one of them, the older one, was D2 All-American at UMD, and she's an assistant coach now at UW Stout.
Oh, wow.
And then her youngest daughter, Bryn, is currently on the UMD Bulldogs, plays basketball there.
So this is a hotbed of basketball up here.
Yeah, we've got some halftime trivia. Treckle misses her second. It's related to not only Wildcat. There's a steal by Treckle. She leads the Wildcats in steals from the post position. You don't see that too often, Timmy.
No, not at all.
There's a three off the left-handed fingertips of Little Chili Eva Engelbert, and that is a big bucket the Wildcats needed right there. There's a steal. Quinn got a hand on it. Engelbert came up with a steal. She gets the coast-to-coast layup. And the Wildcats and Warriors are all squared up at 6 apiece here with 15:02 left in the first half. Nice pass inside from Shepley to Schmidt. And Addison Schmidt's going to play basketball next year and volleyball, actually, at UW Green Bay.
Wow.
You don't see that too often. Haley Quinn drives in, misses the basket, gets her own rebound, and lays it up. Wildcats and Warriors tied up at 8 apiece, 14:38 left in the first half. Yeah, Bridget, if you don't want to talk, you don't have to. But if you want to put the headset on, you can hear us. You can hear what we're saying. It might be easier to. Shepley with a little 8-footer off the back iron, no good. Engelbert pushing the ball up. Little Chili goes to her right, kicks it back to Stick. Stick weaves her way in, kicks it out to Quinn. Little step back about 18 feet. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Haley Quinn. Quinn headed to Augustana University next year, and she puts the Wildcats up by 2. 10-8 your score. Wildcats in the lead. 13:53 left in the first half. Good one here in Rice Lake tonight. Big Rivers Conference basketball action. Schmidt fires up a three, and a 6'1" center drains one from downtown and puts the Warriors back up by 1. Engelbert had a nice pass to Treckle there, Tim, but they're going to get Abby Doberreiner with her second foul, and Doberreiner will go take a break. And for her number 1, Brielle Baltz, she's a freshman. Young squad for Coach Darla Olson. Quinn from the right side, no good. Rebounded by Schmidt. Yeah, Addison Schmidt's older sister Izzy plays for the Gophers. She's on the track team. She throws the shot put. Three-pointer by Shepley, no good off the front iron and knocked out of bounds by Schaefer. Yeah, our halftime, Streeter's Wildcat halftime trivia. There's a baseline jumper by Shepley, no good, and that will carry him out of bounds off the fingertips of Addison Schmidt. Well, it's Abigail Treichel's 18th birthday today.
That's what
and so we've got some Rice Lake / River Falls / celebrity birthday trivia at halftime. Stick around, and first one to answer in will win a $10 gift card to Streeter's Bar and Grill on Main Street in River Falls. Warriors still in their man-to-man defense. They typically have played there's a drive all the way to the basket, up and good. Eva Engelbert with 7 points early here in the first half. Wildcats up 12-11 with 12:47 left in the first half. There's an over-the-back call, or push in the back by Addison Schmidt. That'll be her first and team 5th, I believe. No, that's her second. That's the second foul on Addie Schmidt, and she'll take a break. If you're a Wildcat fan, that's some fortuitous luck right there, Tim.
Definitely. I think the game plan tonight is to keep it close for as long as they can and get in their heads a little bit.
Quinn with the ball over by the top of the key. She tries to throw it into Treichel, a little too tough. Out of bounds, it'll be Warrior basketball. Yeah, Rice Lake lost a barn burner to Eau Claire Memorial just a few days ago. And that would have gave both teams a one loss. I think that would have put them in a tie for first place in the Big Rivers. There's Addie Shepley all the way to the hoop. She misses it but gets her own rebound. Yeah, the Warriors without Addison Schmidt down low, as shot in the arm for Coach Ian Sticht and the Wildcats. Sticht in his 14th year at the helm for the Wildcats. Addie Shepley all the way to the rack for 2, and the Warriors take a 1-point lead. They lead 13-12, 11:52 left in the first half. Well, thanks for joining us here on the broadcast. Tim Schmidt doing camera, and Bridget Schmidt volunteered to do the scoreboard tonight, but I think we had the broadcast started before we got it all going, and I think that's why it's not popping on. And once it started, Bridget, it's nothing you can do about it. I have you down, but if you want to talk, I can turn it up. Can you hear us okay? The 6'3" guard headed to the University of Wisconsin playing point guard for the Warriors. Her three-pointer no good. Schmidt's had a rough shooting, or excuse me, Shepley's had a rough shooting night so far tonight, but Tim, you can probably bet that's not going to happen for an entire 36 minutes.
No, not when you're averaging 30 a night.
No. A little chilly. Eve Engelbert kind of throws up a little bit of a prayer on the left side. Warriors up 13-12, 11:15 left in the first half. We'll kind of treat this like a radio broadcast and pop the score and the time up quite frequently. Tim, I listened to Bob Uecker on doing Brewers radio broadcasts for decades. And I know there's a great steal, the second steal of the game for Abigail Treichel. She leads the Wildcats in steals. Let's see where that is. Yeah, she's got 30 steals on the season. Leads the team. Inside to Treichel. She goes up with a right hand, no good. And that'll be knocked out of bounds by number 21, Bree Barahona, but no, it's Warrior ball. And there's a timeout. 30-second timeout by Rice Lake and Darla Olson. Well, we'd like to say thanks to First National Bank for sponsoring all things River Falls sports broadcasting. Bridget, small wins add up in the realm of First National Bank. Small wins add up. You work at First National Bank, don't you?
Yes, I do.
What do you do there?
Relationship banking officer.
Okay. You've helped me out a couple times.
I've helped you out a couple times.
Hopefully I'm not too big of a pain when I come in there.
No, you're not. That's the right answer, right?
That's right. That's right. 10:34 left in the first half. Greg Peters alongside Tim Schaefer, Bridget Schaefer. And we got Rice Lake and River Falls. Big Rivers Conference girls basketball at its finest tonight. Shepley wheeling and dealing. There's a steal by Quinn. She rips up the left side, puts up the left hand. It's good. Wildcats in the lead by one, 14-13, 10-14 left in the first half. Well, Tim, a lot of times I've been coming up to Rice Lake watching Wildcat girls basketball for close to 10, maybe 15 years now. And as long as Darla Olson's been here, they have always run a 1-3-1 half-court trap, and it has given the Wildcats fits. They are not doing that tonight. And maybe she just has a kind of a different squad where she has to run some different things. They're playing man-to-man tonight.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if she changes that up later this half or the second half.
I mean, we've had some halftime scores where it's been like 35-9
right,
running that half-court trap. They just have not been able to figure it out for a decade. You know, and last night the Wildcats had a 58-52 win over Superior last night, and Superior did a little 1-2-2 half-court trap. They weren't trapping all the way up at the half-court line, but they were trapping kind of by the three-point line extended. That one partially tipped, I think, by Quinn, but they didn't see it, and it's going to be Wildcat ball. Addie Shepley knew it. 9:35 left in the first half. Wildcats in the lead by one, 14-13. Engelbert with the ball. Got a text I see from Cheryl Schwann's coming in. I'll have time to look at it here in a minute, Cheryl. There's an offensive rebound by Treichel. The putback, she's fouled by Bree Barahona. And Trikel will go to the line for the 5th and 6th time today. Trikel 1 of 4 from the line so far tonight. 9:21 left in the. Oh, that's. I bet that's what she was. I didn't even have to look at it. I had the First National Bank ad up. Well, some extra time for Mr. Jeff Johnson and the First National Bank of River Falls. Trikel misses her first one.
We expect a heavy donation after this.
Sure. Well, they do plenty. All this equipment you're using right now is courtesy of First National Bank of River Falls. Each kit that we have, and we're at football games, volleyball, basketball, soccer, boys and girls, softball, baseball, track sometimes, swimming once in a while, boys and girls hockey, and we do share some sets, but each set costs about $6,000 to $7,000. So First National Bank and a few other sponsors too, and we'll pop them up. Shepley again, drive to the baseline, no good. 15-13, Wildcats in the lead, 8:46 left in the first half. Aubrey O'Malley in the game for the Wildcats. That shot, her three-pointer was blocked. Shepley all the way to the rack, left hand up, no good. Beast of a rebound by Trikel. She's fouled there by Bree Barahona. Tim, that name's fun to say.
Yeah, I'll let you keep doing it all night.
Back in the game for Rice Lake, number 14, Addison Schmidt, and number 13, Ellison Brown. And back in for the Wildcats, number 22, Kylie Schaefer. And Ryland sticked. So Engelbert, Quinn, sticked, Trikel, and Schaefer on the court for your Wildcats. Engelbert for three. That was blocked by Addison Schmidt, and it'll be Wildcat ball on the baseline. 15-13, Wildcats in the lead, 8:15 left in the first half. Good ball game so far tonight. Your camera work is courtesy of Timmy Schaefer. Sticked inside it was intended for Trikel, a little long, but secured by Schaefer. That three by Engelbert misses the rim, out of bounds. It'll be a Warrior basketball. If you're just joining us, Rice Lake 10-2 on the year. They're I think 4-2. What are they? Let's see here. Yeah, 4-1 in Big Rivers Conference play. Wildcats are 8-4 and 2-2 in conference play. Wildcats just had a banger of a game against Eau Claire Memorial and close to being a perfect 5-0 in the conference. Rice Lake is the third-ranked team in the state in Division III. That stat courtesy of the missing link, Lincoln Tremaine. Addison Schmidt at the line for two shots. She knocks down the first one. 15-14 your score, 7:39 left in the first half. We are sans scoreboard tonight. We had some internet issues, and I had to fire the broadcast up, and once it's fired up, I don't think there's a way to pull it in. I'm sure the Godfather, Kevin Westhouse, can. That pass was picked off. That was an easy one for Addie Schmidt, and she races to the cup for two. Warriors back in the lead, 17-15. They're doing a little trap, little man-to-man, high pressure, and giving the Wildcats some fits so far. Coach Dick may have to call a timeout to settle him down, Tim. Sticks three from the right side, no good. Wildcats playing some swarming defense tonight, Tim.
Yeah, they are. And you called that right on the head with the trap there. That does give us fits.
And they're not necessarily doing a zone trap, but just doing sometimes little chilly Eva Engelbert, just a sophomore. Wildcats have 7 sophomores on the squad, and sometimes she makes some sophomore errors and picks up her dribble, and that will that's like, as Kevin Westhouse says, it's like a pack of dogs on a 3-legged cat. Steals come up a lot easier when you lose your dribble. There's a three-pointer from Abby Doberreiner. And the Warriors take a 5-point lead, 20-15, 6:43 left in the first half. Brielle Baltz all over Engelbert. Engelbert picked up her dribble, and Coach Dick calls a timeout. That was probably a good one. We'll take this opportunity to say thank you to First National Bank of River Falls. Tim, say something nice to Bridget. Let me check your audio levels real quick.
What an amazing person you are.
Yeah, your levels are good.
Okay.
I did turn you up a little bit.
An amazing person, not an amazing wife.
Oh, I still can't win when I compliment.
Haley Quinn taking over point guard duties at the top of the key. Out to Engelbert. Schaefer looked for Treichel inside, passes it cross court to Quinn. And the Warriors are now in a little 1-2-2 zone just like Superior did last night. But little chilly Eva Engelbert from the left side, you can count that one. And the Wildcats are back within two, 20-18 your score, 6:08 remaining in the first half. Addie Shepley with a stutter step. She gets stopped, squeezes through the trap, and lays it up with a soft left hand. And she's back on the board. Warriors up 22-18, and Shepley at the line for one shot after the hoop and the hack. Yeah, Wildcats had a banger of a game. I think it was, must have been 3 or 4 years ago. It was a playoff game. It was in the section semifinals. Went down to the wire. There was a game here, too, a few years ago where Kia Strop's dad, Todd, got kicked out of the game, and he actually was not the one that hollered at the refs. They turned around. He was incorrectly thrown out.
Oh, no.
I'm not going to say which parent it was for incriminating him, but it was not Todd Strop. Todd Strop may or may not have been, should have been thrown out of a few games here and there, but not that one. That went off Treichel's foot. It'll be Warrior basketball on the baseline. 23-18 your score. 5:37. Again, if you're just joining us, we're sans a scoreboard tonight, but we'll say the score and the time quite frequently. Shepley with the ball, guarded by Quinn. Addison Schmidt back in the game. She has 2 fouls. Little turnaround in the lane, and a big-time rebound by Addison Schmidt and the putback. And just like that, the Warriors are up by 7. 5:15 left in the first half. 25-18, Rice Lake in the lead. Well, it was a pretty nice drive up tonight. Nice weather day today.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
Yeah, stick around. Once again, we'll have Wildcat Trivia sponsored by Streeter's Bar and Grill at the half. It's Senator Abigail Treichel's birthday, so there's going to be that's going to be the topic. Treichel missed that one. That shot by stick blocked by by Shepley. Engelbert's 3 no good, rebounded by Addison Schmidt. Yep, I was going to say number 13, Ellison Brown, had a little hop, skip, and a jump there, Tim.
And that is a no-no.
Warriors with the turnover, Wildcat ball. Ryland's stick to throw it in, and senior Haley Quinn taking over some point guard duties. Then a good move. Stick dribbles it off her foot. And I think she's going to get called with the foul, and she is. That foul on Ryland's stick, it was her second and team 6th. So next foul, both teams will be in the bonus. .435 remaining in half number 1. Barahona inside to Shepley. And that was easy as 1, 2, 3 right there for one of the state's leading scorers, Addie Shepley. Shepley averaging just under 29 a game, and you can see why, Tim. She's had 3 steals and 3 easy buckets. And Rice Lake in front 11, 29-18 your score, 4:04 left in the first half.
Yeah, she makes it look easy sometimes, that's for sure.
Well, we'll do this right here. Yeah, once again, stick around at halftime. You can text the first correct answer that comes in will receive a $10 gift card to Streeter's Bar and Grill. Last night in the Superior game, Paula Flood won. It might have been her 62nd victory over the course of her career watching Wildcat sports.
Has she got like an encyclopedia of stats in her house or what?
Well, I think it's just in her head. She's been a part of River Falls Wildcat sports for probably pushing 40 years now.
Okay.
Paula played basketball for the Wildcats, and I believe she played at Rick or Paula. You can help me out. I think she played at UW at River Falls. Do you know if Paula Flood?
Oh man, I wouldn't know.
Bo's sister played at River Falls. Well, somebody will text me.
Somebody will let you know for sure.
Cheryl, text me and let me know where Paula Flood played. It'd be Paula Herstein back in the day. (29-18), 4:01 left in the first half. Quinn guarded by Addie Shepley. Aubrey O'Malley with the ball. Her pass to Stick was a little errant and stolen there by Barahona. Shepley goes in right side, lays it up again. The 6'3" guard is, as advertised, coming into tonight's ball game. She has some big-time pressure on Quinn, and Haley Quinn throws it out of bounds, trying to find Aubrey O'Malley. Boy, this game was tied just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, if we can get it back under 10 here.
31-18 your score, 3:29 left in the first half. Well, in the first probably 13 minutes of the game, Addie Shepley didn't hit too many shots, and she's hit every single one of them but one, I think, since here in the last 3 minutes. And there's a good hustle rebound by Ryland Stick. Shot no good. Nice rebound. Flying in is Addie Shepley. 3 minutes to go and half number one. Spin move keeps her dribble alive, and that's stolen by Stick. Off of Shepley up to Treichel. That one hits off the backboard. Doesn't crack it, but doesn't go in either. Treichel had some force on that shot. The touch of a tombstone, they say sometimes, Tim.
That's what I've heard about her.
Shepley inside, nice pass
She makes
from
it
number
look way
12,
too
Abby
easy.
Doberreiner. Yeah, Shepley racking up some points here late in the first half. Rice Lake has had some lopsided scores too, so I'm guessing there's quite a few half of the second half, so she hasn't probably played a lot. Engelbert hits the three from the right side, but she's called for traveling. Kylie Schaefer back in. Ryland Stick to sit on the bench. She looks very unhappy. Body language says it all right there for number 11.
She's had some good looks, just not going in.
She really has.
On the court for your Wildcats, O'Malley, Treichel, Quinn, Schaefer, and Engelbert. 1:54 left in the first half. 33-18, Rice Lake's on top. And that'll be a turnover by the Warriors. River Falls basketball. Yeah, it was a hustle today to get up here. It was I was working on a story. I interviewed a lady that lives at the Sycamore that's 82, and she played on a professional women's fast pitch softball league, which was the first one in the country back in the 50s and 60s.
Really?
Yeah, she was very, very, very cool to talk to. She was in the Marine Corps for 20 plus years. She was a photographer. So we started talking. We started talking photography. Nice pass from Schaefer into O'Malley. She loses the handle. Wildcats set up shop. Whoop! There's a steal by Shepley, and Addie Shepley goes all the way to the cup. Warriors up 17, 35-18. Quinn stops and pops from about 16. That one just short, and rebounded by Brielle Baltz. Yeah, the Warriors increased the pressure at the half-court line, and it has been all Rice Lake since. There's a three-pointer courtesy of number 12 junior Abby Doberreiner, and that puts the Warriors up 38-18. 36 seconds left in the first half, and that foul will be on Baltz. And O'Malley will go to the line for 1-and-1. That was the first foul on Baltz and 7th team foul. Warrior coach Darla Olson barking out some instructions. Pretty decent crowd here on our side. You can't see it, but for a Tuesday night. We're inside the Harold G. Ole Olson Gymnasium. O'Malley gets the first one to go. How do you like the Pirate Queen nickname, Tim?
Well, I had no idea where that came from until Bridget actually educated me that you did some research on that.
Yeah, she's somehow related to the actual down the road. Well, she's an O'Malley.
Okay.
And to the original Pirate Queen back in like the 16 or 1700s. I bet there wasn't too many female pirate ship captains.
No, I would say that's probably your most creative nickname yet.
The Pirate Queen. Yeah, look it up. That's a good story on the actual Pirate Queen. Shepley misses, gets her own rebound, lays it up. Addie Shepley has been a one-woman wrecking crew tonight for the Warriors as the clock. Shepley with another steal. There's the horn and the first half. 40-20 is your score. Rice Lake and River Falls were tied up at probably at about the 7-8 minute mark, and from about that point it was all Rice Lake. We'll head to the halftime. Wildcats.
Someone was asking me if we lost internet.
Go on. Here, let me see here. Get me to the internet there. Or just go on River Falls Sports and just see if we're going. That's probably why not too many people were chiming in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Sorry about that. We had some dicey internet issues up here. We're going off of my phone. 16:15 left in the second half, and Warriors are up 43-20. We were just talking about if you missed it, or if we were in a timeout in deep space with the internet, but we were talking about Addison Schmidt and Abigail Treichel averaging 15 rebounds on the year. That three-pointer good by Abby Doberreiner. She's a junior, and she's been red hot tonight. Engelbert for three from the left side. Nothing but the bottom of the net for a little chilly. 46-23 your score. Warriors have doubled up the Wildcats. This ball game was tied up with about 7-8 minutes left, I think, in the first half, and Rice Lake put on some pressure. There's a sweet left hand off the backboard. The River Falls First National Bank is open tonight for Addie Shepley. She knocks down another one, gets the hoop, and the hack, and it's 48-23, Warriors in the lead, 15:30 left in the second half. Yeah, this game was it was a ball game. It was tied up. It was 17-17, and kind of the next thing you know, it was 40-20 at the half. That was over with about maybe 6 minutes to go, probably something like that. Quinn stops and pops from the top of the key. No good. Rebounded by Treichel. Her and Addison Schmidt have been going at it all night. Shepley steals that one from Treichel. The 6'3 guard weaving her way through traffic. Up, no good. Foul by Quinn. And Shepley will go to the line for 2 shots. Boy, Tim Addy, Shepley just glides down the court, doesn't she?
Oh, absolutely.
I can absolutely see why the Badgers were after her, as were about 100 other schools.
And she plays both sides of the ball. She's a good passer. She's not just a scorer.
Yeah, she's had a boatload of steals tonight, too. And her defense has kind of led to offense, too. She's had a lot of steals right at the half-court line and just unabated layups at the basket. Shepley guarding Engelbert. Yeah, the Warriors with 2 Division I basketball players on their team. Addison Schmidt headed to UW Green Bay, and Addie Shepley headed to Wisconsin next year.
I had not heard that about
Green
Bay.
Yeah, you don't, and there's not too many players on the planet that play now anymore that play college basketball and volleyball. And mainly because you sort of, as a high school athlete, you know, just because of what everybody else does, it almost requires you to play full time just to get that good to play Division I. But Addison Schmidt playing volleyball and basketball, which is, again, that's a feat in itself right there. 14:42 left in the second half. Rice Lake up 49-25. Thanks for tuning in to the River Falls Sports Broadcasting YouTube channel. Big Rivers Conference basketball, girls basketball on the docket tonight. River Falls boys are playing in Menominee. Maybe you can get a score for us, Bridget, and see how the boys are doing tonight.
All right, I'll take a look.
Haley Quinn, baseline, nice move by the London Fog. Brings the Wildcats back within 22, 49-27, 14:03 left in the second half. On the court for your Wildcats, Quinn, Engelbert, Schaefer, Treichel, and Sticht. There's a little jumper in the lane about 8 feet off the fingertips of Harper Schomer, no good. Warriors get the offensive rebound. Schomer fires it up again, no good. Rebounded by Addison Schmidt. Back to Shepley. Shepley's shot no good and rebounded by Haley Quinn. Addie Shepley kind of taking some swats at it. Warriors back in that 1-2-2 sort of trapping zone. Nice inside pass from Schaefer to Treichel. Treichel couldn't get it to go. Sweet pass from the left lane. Bridget, you know why we call her the left lane?
Because the left lane is for passing, Greg.
That is correct.
Kim Nesbitt told me they won. The boys
There's a
won.
block by Schmidt. Treichel and Schmidt tied up. It'll be a jump ball.
61.
The Wildcats got the 61-53 win over Menominee. I think that game was in Menominee, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was.
So good job, Wildcat boys basketball tonight. Here in Rice Lake, your Wildcat girls are down 22, 49-27, 12:42 left in the second half. I'll make sure to keep an eye on that stream thing. If that's ticking up, that means internet's going, so sorry for not seeing that at halftime. I don't know, it just shut off. A little chilly from the top of the key, no good. Nice offensive rebound by Treichel and the putback. Abigail Treichel on her 18th birthday doing some damage for the Wildcats, down low rebounding as usual. Treichel's going to pick up the foul there, the block on Shepley. Boy, Tim, it is fun. It's fun to watch Abigail Treichel just battle down on the boards, isn't it?
Oh, she doesn't back down from anybody, D1 or not.
Yeah, no doubt. Addie Shepley at the line for 2 shots. First one off the front rim. Now in the game for Rice Lake, number 13, Ellison Brown. She's a junior. And back in for the Wildcats, number 3, the Pirate Queen, Aubrey O'Malley. Shepley's second attempt rattles home. 50-29 is your score. 12:04 left in the second half. Hayden Stanley tried for the steal for Rice Lake, to no avail. O'Malley guarded by Baltz. Warriors still in that 1-2-2 zone. Aubrey O'Malley's wide open over on the backside of that zone. Stick couldn't find her. Gets knocked out of her hands and stolen by Brown. Shepley all the way in. Smooth left-handed layup is good. Well, after a rough shooting night, Tim, you and I talked about it. Addie Shepley had about 6-7 misses right out of the gate, and she has picked it up in a big way. O'Malley gets that pass stolen. That was tipped by Baltz. And the Warriors with the ball, kick it over in the corner. Shepley back with the ball.
Yeah, she looked like she was looking for a jump shot early, and when she decided she was off tonight, she went to the rim. And
that was been a good decision for Darla Olson, the Warriors, and Addie Shepley. 52-29 your score. 10:56 left in the second half. Again, if you're joining us late, if you're on, watching the boys game and then hopping over, sorry about we're our sound scoreboard tonight. We had some internet issues, but we got the scoreboard up going after we'd already started the broadcast, and it can't bring it in unless I shut the broadcast down, which we're not going to do that. Well, we'll take this opportunity to say, hold on a second here. We'll say thanks to River Falls Municipal Utilities. It's tough to play basketball inside of a gymnasium at night when the lights aren't on.
That would be very true.
So that's why we thank River Falls Municipal Utilities. (52-29) your score. Wildcats have 4 personal fouls. Rice Lake just 2. 10:54 left in the second half. Rice Lake moved to a little just wreaking some havoc, and they're in a little just that trap. They're doing a 1-2-2. They for years Darla Olson's run a 1-3-1 half court trap. They kind of moved to they haven't brought it all the way out to half court line. They've kind of 3-point line extended and running a 1-2-2 half court trap, and that has proven well for Coach Olson. We're here in the Harold G. Ole Olson Gymnasium. I did ask Darla years ago if that was related. She said no. That was a nice pass from Brielle Baltz inside to Addison Schmidt. Schmidt lays it up. It's 54-29, Rice Lake in the lead. Quinn on the left side, guarded by Baltz. Yeah, that middle over to the backside is going to be the route to go for the Wildcats. That shot by Schaefer no good. Somehow, some way, Hayden Stanley kept that ball in bounds, but the Wildcats got the steal. Stick lays it up with the left hand on the fast break, no good. Nice hustle rebound there by Kylie Schaefer, and a good pass to Eva Engelbert, who knocks down the 15-footer. Wildcats down at 54-31, 9:39 left in the second half. Yeah, after one of the games at Rice Lake here, and we're driving back and having some little post-game shot good. Having a little chalk talk after the game on the way back, and I was like, man, and I was telling Jen in the car, I was like, man, I bet Jason Schwans is fired up about right now. And then, like, no sooner, 2 seconds later, I get a call from him, and he was fired up. But yeah, Darla Olson's done a great job. Rice Lake has seemed by far, without a doubt, the smallest school in the Big Rivers Conference, and they play at the D3 level, River Falls D2, and a lot of the Eau Claire schools, a lot of them are D1. So, but Rice Lake by far the smallest school in the conference, and they've been at the top or near the top of the BRC in girls basketball for quite some time.
Right.
Wildcats pushing it back up the court. 56-31 your score. Rice Lake in the lead. 8:47 left in the second half. Quinn for 3 from the 3 elbow, and the London Fog tickles the twine. And Wildcats are down 22. 8:34 left in the second half. Shepley kicks it over to Stanley. Stanley brings it in, swatted out of bounds by Ryland Sticht. She blocked that one with authority.
Yeah.
Yeah, our guest color commentator, for those that were listening last night, we knew Tim Schaefer was going to be on, but there was a possibility. Addie Shepley again with a little 10-foot jumper in the lane. That you can count that one. We knew Bridget Schaefer was going to be up here, but we thought it might be Nate Sherman, so that was a surprise gift, but they ended up having a meeting tonight. He was going to drive up here. Wildcats are still in the man-to-man. Nice pass. That pass was from Hayden Stanley inside to Addison Schmidt. Stanley dropped the dime, and the Warriors are up 60-34 with 7:43 left in the second half. And Ellison Brown does her best soccer defensive move and kicks that pass from Aubrey O'Malley out of bounds. Ryland Sticht to throw it down on the baseline. O'Malley over to Sticht, about 16 feet. No good off the back iron. Rebounded by sophomore Haley Kalina. Cross court. Shepley to Abby Doberreiner. No good. Addison Schmidt with the short jumper in the lane. Addison Schmidt and Addie Shepley have been as good as advertised all night tonight. Referees say that one caromed off of Shepley's hand. (62-34) your score. Warriors up 28. 6:58 left in the second half. Engelbert, a long three from the left side, no good. Long rebound by Brielle Baltz. Treichel still playing some tough defense down low. That little 15-footer, nothing but the bottom of the net for Haley Kalina. 64-34, Warriors up 30. O'Malley to Sticht, over to Engelbert from the right side, no good, short, and rebounded by Baltz. Baltz, just a freshman. She's played quite a bit tonight. Working down low for the Warriors, Bree Barahona. That one will be out of bounds, be a Wildcat ball. Now in for the Warriors, number 11, junior Harper Schomer. Good quick move by Engelbert over to O'Malley. She dribbles that one off of Baltz's shin. Baltz comes up with the ball. And they're going to call a jump ball. It'll be Wildcat ball on the baseline. Quinn from the left side. You can count that one. Nothing but the bottom of the net for the London Fog. Haley Quinn. Quinn's knocked down a few shots here in the second half. And left now in the second half. 64-37. And Rice Lake, I think, is going to call a timeout, maybe get some subs in. We'll take this opportunity to say thank you to Sarah Jenkins, Real Estate. She's with Property Executives Realty. Sarah Jenkins, you can give her a call at 612-703-3944 or check her out online at sarahjenkins.com. We got a text coming in from Eric Jalowitz. Oh, that. Yeah. So, fans, if you're back now, that the reason why the internet turned off at halftime was I was checking my text from Cheryl Schwann's, and when I did that, we're going off my personal hotspot, and that for some reason stopped the stream. I just went to go check out a text from Eric Jalowitz. You know who Eric Jalowitz is, don't you?
Yes, I do.
The father of the Jolly Rancher, Kaylin Jalowitz. And so, Eric, if I go try to check my text, the internet shuts off. Abigail Truckle at the line for 2 shots. She hits her first one. 64-38 is your score. 5:13 left in the second half, and Rice Lake on top. This was a ball game for about 12-13 minutes of the first half, and then Addie Shepley flipped a switch, and the Rice Lake Warriors went to town. Addison Schmidt racks up another rebound. Schmidt working on Treichel. Nice pass inside to number 13, Ellison Brown, no good. Back to Schmidt, left hand, no good. Big time rebound by Treichel, good gracious. They all count the same, a rebound's a rebound. Some of them are a piece of cake. That one was not. Rice Lake have been playing some suffocating defense.
Well, they are very well rounded. They can shoot from the outside, they can go inside, they can drive. And then, like you mentioned, the defense is crazy. We
handled their man-to-man defense fairly well, but then they kind of brought the pressure. They were playing a fairly tight, packed-in man-to-man, and they kind of moved it out, and they put Addie Shepley on the ball, and she was tough to stop. Haley Quinn with another three. The London Fog tickles the twine. 64-40. Rice Lake in the lead. 4:08 left in the in the stanza number 2. Addison Schmidt working hard. Partially blocked there by Treichel. Treichel comes up with the rebound. Quinn guarded by Brielle Baltz. Addie Shepley's on the bench for the Warriors right now. .341, nice little hesitation move. Can't quite get that shot to go, rebounded by Quinn. 3:32 left in the ball game. Eva Engelbert, a long three from the left side, no good, rebounded by Schmidt. They might be trying, that was a, Ryland Stick with her second block of the night. Up ahead to Engelbert, right hand up, no good. Good hustle there by Aubrey O'Malley to come down for the jump ball rebound. Her and Ellison Brown were tied up. It'll be Rice Lake ball. Hudson Walker now in the ball game for the Warriors, and Kylie Schaefer back in for the Wildcats. 3:12 left in the game. I don't know how we're going to do this up here, but I guess we can tell them. But Kylie and we can have them on next team. Kylie and Abigail were going to come up for Abigail's birthday, but the way we're up in the crow's nest up here, and if we could get the we'll see what they do. Yeah, it's going to be too far. We won't be able to do it up here. The headsets won't reach down that far. Schaefer on the left side. Swings it back to Stick. Hudson Walker stops and pops from about 15. Off the backboard, no good. And rebounded by number 34, Eva Schradel. Schradel inside. Shoots one high off the glass, and it was a little too high. Back end for the Warriors, number 24, Haley Kalina. Harper Schomer will take a break on the bench. 2:20 left in the second half. 64-40 is your score. That pass by Hudson Walker is tipped. And Kalina tries to corral it, can't quite do it. It'll be River Falls basketball. Well, this coming Friday, the next up for the Wildcats, they'll play Eau Claire North on Friday in River Falls. That game will be at 7:15. We'll have that for you live here on the River Falls Sports Broadcasting Network. Walker for three from the left side, no good. Rebounded by Schaefer. Kicks it over to a wide open Hudson Walker. She goes baseline. Up, no good. Treichel with the rebound and the putback. She'll be fouled. Abigail Treichel's been living at the free throw line tonight, Tim.
Yeah, there's no quitting her. Not down by 24. She's going to play to the buzzer. It sends a message to your younger teammates that you just keep playing hard.
That's right. Play to the final horn. Treichel hits the first one to go. 64-41. 1:45 left in the ball game. Treichel gets both to go. 64-42, 1:43 left. Nice move by Kalina, but blocked by Treichel. Kicks it out to Stick. Nice pass to Walker. Couldn't quite get the handle. It was kind of too hot to handle. Those two share a little quick high five, but Warriors will take over possession. Yeah, there's a first time for everything, Tim. I had no idea, like if we're going off the hotspot on the phone for the internet, and if I just swipe up and try to go check a text, it shuts it off.
Oh.
So in the future, it will let people know that we won't be able to. If we're off the phone internet, we'll have to do Wildcat trivia on the chat section only. Inside to Schradel, blocked again by Treichel. Whoa, Nelly. It was a reach-in foul on the Warriors.
Gotta like the fire.
64-42. O'Malley with the ball. Schaefer over to Stick. Tries to find Walker. That pass is swatted away by Brown and up to Kalina. Kalina will be fouled on the shot, and she'll go to the line for two shots. This game dwindling down, 35 seconds left. And it's all academic from here. Wildcats will play next once again this Friday night in River Falls. They'll host Eau Claire North. Hope to get back in the win column. Wildcats will fall to 8-5 on the season and 2-3 in conference play. Rice Lake will improve to 11-2 on the year. They are the third-ranked team in Division III in the state, and they showed why tonight. They'll move to 5-1 in the Big Rivers. Stay within striking distance of Memorial. Inside to Treichel. Nice pass over to Walker. Too hot to handle. It'll be Warrior basketball. That was a fun conversation last night, Tim, with Hudson Walker after the game. Kind of fun to hear all the stuff with their dad, and coaching UWRF football and the national title and all the stuff that happened afterward.
Oh, I bet that was quite the trip.
Inside to Eva Schradel. Schradel gets it to go. The crowd is fired up. And the Rice Lake Warriors are going to be victorious tonight by a final of 66-42. They win by 24. Like we said, if you kind of joined us late, the Wildcats were right in this ball game. The score was tied, I think, at 17-17. And I think there was probably about maybe roughly 7 minutes left in the first half. And Coach Darla Olson dialed up some pressure at the half-court line. And from that point on, it was all Rice Lake. But Wildcats had some bright spots tonight. Tim, your quick thoughts on the ball game, and then we'll wrap it up and head back to River Falls tonight down Highway 25 and back over to 94.
Yeah, they're number 3 in the state for a reason. And
that's right.
We saw that tonight. And, what we saw was the Cats didn't back down. And that's all you can ask for from your team when you're a little overmatched.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, it is Abigail Treichel's birthday. They came up, and they're going to be on the broadcast, so we're going to get them on. So let me put this graphic up real quick, Tim. Stay right there, girls, so people don't get – hold on. We will have Abigail Treichel and Kylie Schaefer on the broadcast. Tim, I'm going to need your headset.
Yep.
There you go. And then just turn the camera around and get it on those two. You think you can swing in there? Just a second here. Here, I'll crouch down here. There you go. Good job. I like it. So you guys look at me. Kylie, come up just a little bit. There you go. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, right there we're up in the crow's nest, and Abigail Treichel is on your left, Kylie Schaefer on your right. First of all, happy birthday. I know maybe the game didn't turn out the way you wanted, but happy birthday nonetheless.
Thank
The Wildcat trick. Do you know who you share a birthday with, by the way?
Bryn. I actually was just told. Bryn Engelbert.
Oh, really?
Oh, is there someone else?
There's a ton.
Oh.
So have you guys ever watched the show Stranger Things?
No.
Have
well,
you?
A little bit.
Well, one of the girls on there, one of the stars on that show is Nancy Wheeler is the character name, but her real name is Natalia Dyer. She's 31 today. Also, one of the guys that played in the NBA from Rice Lake here, Henry Ellenson, his birthday is today.
Dang.
Elaine from Seinfeld, 65 today. So there's a ton.
Dang.
But did you do anything special, or do you have anything special planned for your birthday?
Doing stuff with my friends.
Okay.
My parents got me a lot of food, so that's good.
Well, Kylie, I'm going to ask you a quick question. It's about Abigail, but so you guys were. It was a tight ball game. It was, and I'm going off of memory, but it was 17-17, and it was about maybe 7-8 minutes left in the first half. You guys were right in the ball game. Then they brought some pressure up at half court. Got a few steals in a row. Next thing you know, halftime you're down by 20. But second half you guys were down by a lot. But one of the things that we talked about in the broadcast, this girl, right, to Abigail Treichel, it's her 18th birthday. There was no quit. There was just working hard. And what can you say about your senior? We thought that was a great example for the rest of the girls. Like you still play to the horn sounds, and she did that tonight. What do you say about Abigail Treichel?
Yeah, I think Abigail's one of my biggest role models. I think she's a great leader. She's a fantastic leader. I think obviously you said it tonight proved it. She never gave up, and that's something you can always expect from Abigail.
One of the things I was going to ask you, Abigail, about Kylie, I'm so we sort of, not really a joke, but I mean, when last year as a freshman, we were kind of coming up with nicknames, and you were passing it so well. And Fred Barr, the guy that owns Streeters and stuff, that does sponsors the halftime trivia, he always says it all the time. He has it on his email. It says at the bottom, his little tagline says the left lane is for passing. It's very noticeable. I mean, when you guys are playing whipping passes around, because the faster you whip them around, the easier it is to get them inside from the backside. And just talk about how well that Kylie Schaefer's playing right now.
She's playing really good. She's really stepped up like the last like few games. Like you've seen her like want it a lot more. Like she's just like the little bit of time. She has very limited minutes sometimes, but the times that she gets, she's going in there 100%, and she makes a difference every single time she's in the game.
Well, the last couple games, she's logging in a ton more minutes, and that's the reason.
Yeah, she's
it's
goes 100%.
defense, rebounding, like doing all the little things right. And when you do the little things right, they add up to big things.
Yeah, they do.
And that's how it works. But so you guys have Eau Claire North coming to Kitty City on Friday. That is a very winnable game for you. What are you guys going to have to do? That question for each of you. What are you going to have to do to get back in the win column Friday night?
For me, it's just going 100%. I feel like sometimes you can go into games thinking it's going to be an easy win, but teams like Superior can come out and surprise you. And if you're not going 100% and playing the way you know how to play, they can sneak up on you and make close the games that should be so far away, like really close.
Yeah, I thought coming into that game, I thought we were going to beat Superior by 25 or even 30. And it was a pretty close ball game. But Kylie, your thoughts on what you have to do, not only for yourself but as your team, to on Friday night to do well?
I think obviously tonight we need to reflect on this game, but then by tomorrow I think we should forget about it and focus on the next thing. And I think to prepare for Eau Claire North, we just need to forget about this game and look forward.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, girls, I really appreciate you coming up on the broadcast. Happy birthday again to Abigail Trickle. You guys have a safe trip back, and we'll see you on Friday night, okay?
Thank you too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was senior Abigail Trickle and sophomore Kylie Schaefer. Thanks for being the post-game featured players tonight. Wildcats lose a tough one tonight, but we will see you on Friday night. They'll tee it up against Eau Claire North Friday night in River Falls against the Husky. Thanks for tuning in, and good night.